Hey, welcome to Mando and Friends, presented by Verizon. I'm Mando Fresco. I'm here with one of my favorite creatives, one of my favorite comedians, Jay Mendoza.
What it do, man?
What's up,
going
man?
on? Hey, man, I appreciate you having me here.
Dude.
Man, I know it's been a long time coming. I know you asked me, and then we couldn't make it happen, but yo, we finally made it happen. So
It has. We've been talking about connecting like this.
yeah.
For years, I feel.
No, I don't say years. You make me feel like a bad friend, man.
No. We initially talked about it
Yeah.
like a while back ago, but then I just reached out,
Yeah.
not that long ago,
let's get it.
and you were like, "Yo, let's do it." I
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
you coming, man.
It kind of worked out too, because I was coming from a little elementary school where I got to, sometimes we forget what it is to like meet real people.
Yeah.
As far as like being on the internet, you get all these likes, all these follows, but it's like I don't get to touch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So seeing kids, it was pretty cool. So now I'm here, and today's been a good day.
I know you do a lot for the community. How does it feel because you're like LA all day, right?
All day. Yeah.
Did you go to LAUSD?
Yeah, LAUSD.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
LAUSD. Hey,
I went
same.
to Beethoven, I went to Mark Twain, and I went to Venice High, which prior to Venice High, I went to Hamilton High School for 1 year, which Nipsey was there.
Man.
We had B2K was there, and what's her name? Raven Simone.
Wow.
They were all there the 1 year that I was there. It's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, born and raised in LA, LA kid, LAUSD kid,
Yeah.
just like
Took
myself.
took the 33 everywhere.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. So now, being able to give back, what does that mean to you, man?
Man, it's like today, going back to the elementary school,
Yeah.
like being there, like it's crazy because now being in my 30s, I'm like, damn, I was just there yesterday. I was sitting in the auditorium. I was watching people come for career day. And now I'm able to give back, which is, it almost doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's cool because I feel like growing up in LA, you see so much, but you don't have no guidance, especially being first generation kids. You're just kind of like, ve a la escuela,
Yeah.
para que puedas agarrar un buen trabajo.
Yeah.
And then that's all you know. Like, I remember I didn't know about an SAT till I was a senior.
That's real.
I didn't know what that was.
That's
and
real.
then they told me, yo, you got to pay, I think it was $55 to take this test. Yo, like, I didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? All I knew was you had to go to school every day, come back home, and try to get a job.
Yeah.
That's all I knew.
Our parents were just trying to survive, man.
Yeah.
Just getting through like day to day. So it's interesting how, I don't have kids yet, but
Yeah.
a lot of my friends and family here too.
Don't do it.
They talk about family life, and I know that family life for
Yeah.
you is different than
Yeah.
than it was for you growing up.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I come from 5 brothers, and we all lived in a 2-bedroom. And my parents had one room, and then we had the other. Imagine 5 boys. We had 2 bunk beds, and then just one mattress on the floor in the middle.
Yeah.
And we would fight over the middle one because that was the biggest one. Or we would fight over the top because we wanted to jump off to jump in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, it's completely different now. But now just, like, I didn't get to play sports. Like, I didn't get to play sports till I got to high school.
Yeah.
But only because there was 5 boys. So if my dad signed up one, he had to sign up all of us.
Yeah.
And then and then he still had to go to work. Who was going to take us to practice? Who was going to get us cleats? Who was going to get us this? Who's baseball bats or like shoulder pads, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like we didn't. So now to have kids and be able to say, yo, what do you want to play?
Yeah.
My daughter just scored her first goal the other day. It was one of the most amazing feelings, bro.
I bet.
I'm filming it. I'm like, oh. I'm like, yeah. It was one of the most amazing feelings, man. And so now to know that, like, I'm able to give them what I didn't have is crazy. But also now going back to the community, like, I love low riding. So, like, right now for Christmas, I want to be able to raise some gifts, toys.
Yeah.
But I want to do it based on a lowrider show, and people that come bring toys, and then we're able to donate whatever we donate to. So just trying to be a little bit different. I want to do a school tour. After today's experience, I'm like, yo, I want to be able to touch these kids, man, and just inspire them. So some of these kids, like, they ask real questions. one of the main questions was, how much money do you make? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're curious.
How do you answer that though?
I just say I'm good. Like I have the cars I want.
Yeah.
I have a house.
Yeah.
I'm able to feed my kids. Like living in LA, like come on, bro. It's expensive.
Yep.
And just to be able to say like, yo, go buy whatever you want on Amazon or whatever it is. Like I can do that.
Yeah.
Like it just, I'm living, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a great feeling.
That's great, man. No, I love how you're a family guy, and I love how you also bring your family into what you do, into your content. So Jay, I've been following you for a long time, man, and you know I love your creativity. I love how you bring not just your family but your culture, you know, into what you do on a nearly daily basis. But I want to talk about fam because I know when we first met, it was what was it? It was at like this it was at a speedway.
Oh yeah,
in Fontana.
Fontana.
And you were talking about Jacob, and you're like, man, my son, you know, he wants to get into it, man. He loves what I do, and I remember you telling me I want to get him to do a show.
Yeah.
And now he's on the show.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Oh, I mean, he told me, he's like, Dad, I made it before you. He's on a show, like the Mayans MC. Like, we got a call from his agent. She's like, oh, he needs to go audition.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, let's go do it. No, like right now, in 30 minutes, he has to be there. I'm like, okay. I dropped everything I was doing to take him, and right then and there, he got it.
Wow.
They're like, yo, you got it. It was it. So they had casted another kid, and for whatever reason, they didn't like the other kid, so they had to recast, and then Jacob got recasted, bro. And now he's on a show. He gets royalty checks. You know, like he's gonna have a nice little bank account when he's done, like when he turns 18. And I'm like, yo, it's stuff that we didn't have growing up. We didn't know any better. Like nobody taught us this stuff.
Right.
And now to know, like, yo, like I could pass this on, and for my next generation of family, my kids, it's pretty crazy. Just, I know a lot of the time we think about like we want to pass down money or assets, but like just information, it's huge. And educating. So I think that's why now I'm like, yo, like I want to be able to educate these kids of like, yo, like if you do this, you're good. You don't have to be the smartest dude in the world.
Yeah.
But if you know these little things like credit, you can do a lot. You can do a lot in life.
Yeah.
You know?
That's funny you say that because a lot of these, you know, the way that the educational system is sometimes like we get taught certain things, and there's a lot of life skills that, you know, I personally wish, you know, would have been taught, and maybe it was, you know, the responsibility of a family member. But like I said, man,
I used to get a credit card and just swipe it off, bro. Swipe it off. Brand new J's. Boom. Boom. Like you wanna have a drink? All right, I got a shot. Boom. Swipe my card. Like you was just run it up. Yeah. And nobody knew like, hey, you can only use so much of that credit card to be in good standing within your credit. Like it's like
and pay it off like right away. Yeah. Not just make these
Dude, I used to pay so much interest rates, bro. Interest rates. I used to get chargebacks for like my debit card. You know, like $36 fees because of overdraft fees.
Yep.
You know, life is crazy.
Life is crazy, man. Now with your fam and work, how do you? I know you work from home too.
Yeah.
How do you balance it all?
I don't think there is a balance, bro. I don't think there's a balance. It's just I try to turn it on and off, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Especially when we're driven by our mobile devices and everything's done from my phone. I edit from my phone. I shoot from my phone. I answer emails from my phone, text messages, and I try to respond back to like people who follow me and ask me questions. You know, I try to stay entertaining and stay on multiple platforms.
Yeah,
bro, I don't know I still don't have gray hairs and I don't have anything, but I'm doing good.
That's awesome, man. It makes me happy to see you like continue to shine, man.
Appreciate you, man.
And you know, I have to say this, one of the realest, just like humble people that I've met that are in your field of like, you know, digital creating content you're up there, man. Like,
I mean, you're right up there with me, though. So
thank
we
you,
can't
brother.
say that.
Thank you,
you
man.
know?
Thank you. And what advice would you say to someone that wants to get into like what you do, who is, you know, maybe in high school, fresh out of high school? Because I know you just went to a middle school, an elementary school. What advice do you usually give?
For me, it's stay true to who. Like I told the kids today, I was like, yo, be who you are. I could easily follow other people or follow like the ways of doing stuff, but I want to be me. First is like my family. Second, I'm a sports fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a show with the Rams right now. It's called Mi Barrio, which is I'm the host.
Dope.
So that was dope. And just be yourself. Like, yo, I'm not a hater. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like whoever I see, like I take the time to congratulate them. You know, like there's so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities here in LA that it's like, or anywhere. Like there's no reason for me to hate on anybody else. You know, and then sometimes like as a content creator, you see all these content creators blow up, right? Which I could easily say like, oh, why not me? Oh, why do they work with him but not me? You know, but like instead I'm just like, yo, like it's all about timing, you know? Like just be ready. Just be ready. So like I think I'm living in a time in my life right now where I'm just like, all right, I'm ready. So like all these opportunities, I'm like, damn, what? I was on NBC for 4 minutes live as a reporter, interviewing Daniel Suarez, the Mexican driver. And they gave me the mic. They gave me, I'm sure for you, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're interviewing like, yo, what's up, Jay? What's going on? For me, I was getting cold feet. Like, you see me jittering. I'm like jumping up and down. I'm like, damn, like this is real. And we're live
in 3, 2.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. And this is on NBC on a sport that, come on, man. Our skin color wasn't really on that sport. You know what I'm saying? So now for them to want to, you know, bring more, you know, just diversity. You got Bubba Wallace, you got Daniel Suarez, and it's a sport that you didn't see us, bro. And for me to say that, yo, I interviewed live on NBC for NASCAR. What?
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
That's where we met. NASCAR. We get to do, like, blessed that we get to do things that we weren't, you know, accustomed to. We didn't, you know, really do growing up, you know, to be part of a sport like that. What would you say is one of your most memorable moments in your career so far?
Oh man, that's interesting. I've done so much that like sometimes they tell me like, yo, remember when you did this? I'm like, when did I do that? I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
But recently I did the whole celebrity flag football team.
Oh yeah.
When I was like Matt Leinart, it was YG, D Smokes, it was a bunch of people, and I'm like, damn, I get to play with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stuff that is like I never thought. And I think for me the biggest thing is like now I'm working with the NBA, the NFL, the UFC, which I just came back from Brian Ortega's fight. The
MLS.
NASCAR. That's 4 different major.
And the MLS?
Yeah, in the MLS, yeah.
You do it all, bro.
But it's kind of like, yo, as a kid, I wanted to be an athlete. That's what I wanted to be. I was like, yo, I want to go pro. I played football and I played basketball. And come on, bro. I'm 5'10" with shoes on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no way I was going to make it. So, like, so now to be on the other side of the perspective of just still being involved in sports and still doing what I love and I get paid.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't.
What else can we ask for?
Yeah.
Do you ever get like overwhelmed with the amount of things you have to do, and then you're like, man, this.
I have days I just shut down. Like yesterday, I just watched Squid Games all day. Yeah, I watched Squid Games. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna watch TV. I'm not gonna do anything. And then it was kind of good because the other day when I had 2 days off because the day when Facebook and Instagram went out, it felt great. Like yo, I was like, yo, everything shut down. Like. I kept checking my phone out of like addiction or like out of like, you know, just a habit.
To see if it's like.
Yeah, if it's back.
Yeah.
No. I'm like, all right, put it down. And I didn't look at it. It was kind of a good feeling, bro. I can't lie. It was like a real day off. Because normally, you know, everyday life you check your platforms regardless. But I couldn't. I
That's
couldn't. Yeah. So it was a good feeling.
that's funny because most people were like upset about it.
Oh, I was thankful. I was thankful, bro. I
You're
was like,
I
damn.
get to chill.
And I was
for
looking at my
today.
wife too, but I observed this where I was like, yo, I would catch myself like you that movement.
Right.
And then I look at my wife too. She'd been sitting like in the kitchen and she's looking at it. I'm like, damn, like we're
It's a
really
reflex.
Yeah.
It's
It's a real habit, bro, which is crazy to think about. Which, imagine we're older now, but imagine these kids.
oh man.
Like, I was talking to the principal, and he's like, "Oh, some of these kids, like, this is their friend. This is their friend.
1000%.
Like, they don't like. I guess they try to take the phone away from some kid, and he like just freaked out because this is their friend. It's like weird, bro. Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me, but that's why for me, I try to just be positive, and I don't use profanity. I don't use sexual jokes. I don't try to keep it family oriented. So like, whoever watches my videos, I'm able to feed something positive, And whether it's with joy or just laughter or however it is,
How did you initially? Because we were part of the generation where social media started to rise.
Yeah.
MySpace, Twitter, IG,
Yeah.
Facebook, and then Instagram.
We still know about VHS and cassette and stuff like that.
Yeah. And for me, like even as a digital creator too, it's something that I said, obviously came into realizing that I could make this a career as well.
Yeah.
But we kind of grew into it.
Yeah.
We kind of segued into it. It's a new career. It's new opportunities.
Yeah.
How did you initially get into it?
So I was working for this guy named Peter Shukoff, who he has a successful series on YouTube. It's called Epic Rap Battles of History. So they take two characters in history and they battle. They put them on a green screen and they rap against each other. So it's like Darth Vader versus Hitler, or like Mr. Rogers versus Mr. T.
That's funny.
So they play that character and then they rap against each other. So when he first hired me, that's how I was a production assistant for him. But I was a production assistant prior to that too, but I'm not going to mention what it was for. But that was my second job, being a production assistant. And one day he was like, yo, Jay, he was like, I hate social media. He goes, I just want to create videos and post them. Because he knew that's what he was great at.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So to me, I'm like, what does that mean, right? He's like, you're going to run my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and you're going to pretend like you're me. And I was like, what? And, I had 50 followers. Yeah. So I didn't know about engagement. I didn't know about the instant response of the internet. And I remember I tweeted for him one time, and I just wrote hi with a smiley face, because he always liked to use a smiley face at the end of his tweets.
Yeah.
And bro, when I saw the response, I was like, holy shit. It was just an eye opener. It was just like, what the fuck is this? It was like, what? How? Now they got 14 million subscribers. They get millions of views. And after being with him for 4 years, he was like, yo, Jay, here's this check. It was a check for $5,000. And I opened it and I was like, why are you giving me this? He was like, it's time for you to go. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man. And he goes, I think you've outgrown the job, and I think you gotta, because at that time I was already posting it on Vine, and he noticed that. And then he was like, I think it's time for you to go. And then I was like, but what does that mean? He goes, you obviously understand the internet. He goes, so take what you learned here and evolve.
Yeah.
So I remember I cried, bro. I hugged him. I cried out of more I had just had a kid, bro. Here's this check for 5Gs, but we know 5Gs is going to be gone in a month or two. That's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, what am I going to do? What am I going to tell my girl at the time? What am I going to tell her? I don't have no job now. And now it was like, yo, go be a content creator. And I was like, okay.
What year is this?
I've been on the internet for 8 years, so 2001 minus 8 is what?
I'm horrible at math. Anybody?
It's like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, around
stuff
there.
like that. Yeah, I might be wrong, but yeah. So yeah, it's been. I know it's about 7, 8 years now. So it's, and for the first 2 years, because I didn't have a job, I had to do this shit every day. I did a video every day for 2 years.
Wow.
Until it finally blew up. And then I would see some, like, you know, some take off, some do nothing. Some take off, some do nothing. And then somewhere I was like, man, I started thinking, like, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
I remember my wife told me, like, yo, if you don't get your shit together the next 2 months, you got to get a job. And it was the first time I ever got my first brand deal, bro. It was with Honda. They offered me $100,000, bro.
Wow.
And it was like, I got $100,000. Fuck a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the first time I could say, like, yo, like,
wow.
damn, this is crazy.
That's amazing.
And then it just became a thing, and I just believed in it. It's crazy. Yeah.
Now you're fully like creating content. And,
Yeah.
and like you said, some videos go, some videos not so much.
I'm considered a TikToker now.
It's okay.
Yeah. You know, just doing TikToks out here.
Wait, so yeah, like, how does that work for you now? I mean, you've gone viral a few times. Yeah. Like, how does it, when you're creating the content, how does that work for you in the creative process? Are you thinking like, this one's gonna go, this one, like, do you even think about that?
Dude, the ones that I think are gonna go are the ones that don't go.
Yeah.
And the ones that I think are not gonna go are the ones that go.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes I second guess. I'll ask my brother, because my brother shoots all my videos now. I'm like, is this good, bro? He's like, yeah, bro, just post it. Like,
yeah, you're
overthinking. I'm like, for real, is this good? Like, are you just telling me because you want, that's what I want to hear, or are you telling me because it's, he's like, no, it's good. And then I'll post it and it'll just go viral. Like, what? Sometimes, like, I don't think, like, people just want to feel like they just relate to it. They don't have to laugh. They don't have to, like, as long as they relate to it and they feel like, yo, I was there at some type point in my life, or I've gone through that, or, hey, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
That's the most viral ones. It's just crazy.
The most relatable.
Yeah. They just got to relate. Yeah. And sometimes I think we try to think of the most brilliant ideas. Like, I'll tell you what, like an example. Like, I was like, yo, I'm going to shoot videos with a 6K camera, bro. And they're going to look crisp. I'm going to edit them through Adobe. No one gave a fuck about them, bro. No one gave a fuck about them. But the ones that I shot with my phone, edited on my phone through iMovie, viral. So it's like, I'm just done trying too hard. Like, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
I tell you, you got to have fun. The minute you start overthinking,
I'm laughing with my DP right now, Fred, because we talk about these things all the time. Yeah. We're like, oh, let's shoot. We have 6K cameras in here.
Yeah.
Let's shoot.
Yeah, if
6K.
you guys can't see this, it's pretty fancy in here, guys.
And when it comes to shooting content on an iPhone, I've come to the conclusion that when shooting on an iPhone, it makes it even more relatable.
Yeah.
You up the production on it. It makes it more of a,
like, they can't relate. Which is weird.
Like, isn't it weird?
I don't know how. I mean, obviously it changes the eye, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's just like, well, I'm gonna like this because this was shot on iPhone 13 or 12, whatever it is. But I don't know. Like, it's just everything I shoot with my phone has gone the most viral. My most viralest video on YouTube has 62 million views, and it was shot on an iPhone. And if you look at it, it's all grainy. Like what? Like, it's all grainy. Like, yeah. All right, I guess. It's not even like landscape. It was vertical before, like, TikTok and all this thing came. It was just vertical. So you see black bars in a video, which normally you'd be like, bro, like, I'm not posting it like that.
Yeah. What video is that?
It's called Mexican Michael Myers. So it's like, I'm walking and I run into Michael Myers, and then he starts chasing me, and then, like, it's the Michael Myers version of his song, but cumbia style. Oh, so then he's chasing me, and then I'm dancing with him, and I'm able to, like, avoid him based off me playing cumbia for him. So,
yeah. Miguel Myers.
Yeah. Miguel Myers, that's him.
Yeah.
So now I just keep running with it. I just posted another one 2 days ago.
Yeah. I saw
2 million views. Like, to me, that was like a video I thought of. Where was I? I was on my way to Oh, to shoot with En Mi Barrio with the Rams.
Oh, nice.
But I was like, yo, I need to shoot something. And then I was like, let me take the Michael Myers thing, and then I took like a viral song that was already going on. Baila Tilín.
Yeah, Tilín.
So I took that and I flipped it, and then went viral. 2 million views. Like, shot on my phone. I don't know. It's crazy, bro.
When you connect with people, like let's say you're at an event, are you thinking of ideas like then and there, or are these ideas like thought of beforehand? How is the creative process for you? And also, like when you're creating that skits that you do at home, like do you have like this brainstorm session with?
No, I'm the most unorganized person. Like when I first got here, Mando has a big old whiteboard with stuff written down. I'm like, dude, like I need that just to spit out everything that's on my brain. A lot of it's just in my mind.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that like when I write it down, it's like, this is why sometimes I don't know if I could be an actor, because I look at the script and I want to go word for word for word, right?
Yeah.
But when it's in my mind, it's just like you're freestyling it. You're like, improvising it. But when I read a script, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm stuck to that. So I don't know if that's why I struggle to write stuff down. So I'll write like a basic idea. If I do write it down, I'll write a basic idea. But then like, if I have to write a whole script out, it just kills my whole thing. So I'd rather just shoot it in the moment. Like, oh, I got it. Come on, let's shoot it. I just go crazy, bro. I'm like, let's shoot this. If my brother's not there, I'll put just like a little stand where I put my phone on.
Yeah.
And I just shoot it. Then I just edit it and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's random.
Does it take you a couple of days, a couple hours? Usually, like
if I have the
videos.
idea, I'll shoot it like in 30 minutes to an hour. I'll edit it another 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's gone. Yeah.
So most of the videos that you upload, they were created day of?
Yeah. Everything I do is day of. Yeah. Because I can't hold on to it. Like, unless it's a brand deal, then I can't. I mean, I got to go based on their time. But for me, it's just like, oh, if I got it, it's gone. Like, I don't know. It's like spending money, I got it. Come on, let's go. Vámonos, So
it's like itchy. Like,
I'm very antsy, and I'm like, my wife tells me I have ants in my pants. And then this is probably like the longest time I've actually sit down. Like I'm here sitting down, like
it's a comfy chair too.
Can't
it
move,
helps,
bro. But I'm like a scatterbrain. My mind's always running, bro.
You talked about being labeled a TikToker now.
Yeah.
TikToker, or it was Vine and Instagram. Influencer is another term that
I like to be called a creator, though.
A creator.
And then I also tell people I like to be called an innovator, which I think is dope, because it's like you're creating ideas that nobody's ever seen, or you're creating things that like it's out of your own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. Then I feel like an influencer is like, oh, I posted this picture and I'm modeling to it. Or, like that's, it's like that's not me. Like I'm not an influencer. I like to create things. So
nice.
That's how I like to see it.
Nice. Do you have a favorite place or a favorite collaborator that
like place as in like to go to, or like
to create at?
That's my house.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could get an office where it's more of like a home atmosphere, which I hope I could get to, but. As of right now, it's just home. Yeah. But sometimes I get out. Like I get out or just go to other creators' houses just to get different. Because sometimes I feel like I'm in the same world.
Yeah.
And I need to get out of my world to go to a different world. Because even like, it's crazy because like going to somebody else's house is also interesting sometimes, because you start to see like, damn, I used to live like this. Or damn, this is ghetto, or like, damn, you start seeing so much stuff, like it's like, because you're so used to being at home.
Yeah.
Or like you'll be like, oh, this is nice. Like I came here, like, oh, this is nice. Like, damn, I want something like this. You get inspired. Yeah. So there's just different. I try to get out the house, but it's.
So I'll take it as a compliment when you walk in and you're like, oh, this is cool. This is nice.
Yeah, this is cool.
I want something like this.
Yeah, it's dope.
No, that's dope, man. So I want to talk about like this last year. The last year and a half during this pandemic obviously has been crazy for someone like you who works from home and has been working from home. It probably wasn't as crazy as people who worked and did the commute thing and all that. How was that for you?
It didn't change for me, you know? Like, I mean, if anything, it made me like think about how blessed I am because one, this is what I was already doing. Two, I saw celebrities now posting on the internet, trying to create TikToks. Jason Derulo
popped off
during, like now you got these celebrities trying to be like me.
Yeah.
Which is like, I was trying to be like them, but they can't be them because now you got this whole thing of like COVID and, you know, people can't be close to each other. You got to wear masks. I'm like, yo, you trying to be like me now? Oh, that's kind of cool. So it made me realize what I was doing was I was on the right track to do something forever.
Yeah.
Like, I think I could do this forever. If I don't do it, like my kids could do it, or, you know, I could teach other people to do it. I can manage other kids now. Like whatever I want to do because digital is just here to stay. Cause it's like, yo, I mean, I always knew it was the wave, but now I feel like it's the real wave.
Yeah.
Everything is digital. You got Netflix, you got Hulu. You know, half the time they're gonna reach out to me like, "Yo, can you promote this?" Yeah, cut the check.
And do you do your own deals or do you have like a team?
I have a manager. Which he kind of taught me like how to like shoot for the stars.
Yeah. How
to read my contracts. You know, he taught me that like, yo, you got to think about percentages that people got to pay out, taxes. You got to, you know, like you live in California, you pay a lot of taxes. So like, don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to pay you that, then move on, keep going. Like just keep creating, just keep going.
Yeah.
So now I'm at the point where like, I don't create for the money. I create because it's what I love to do.
Yeah.
And I've just been blessed that money comes with it. So I get to buy lowriders. Got a Tesla now, you know.
Nice.
Got a house.
Congrats.
You know? So it's like little things where before I used to be like, oh, I can't talk about the things that I buy because they're gonna be like, oh, you're conceited, fool, you know, like, or like, you know, like, oh, you're bragging, you're sold out. But no, man, I'm like, I'm doing what I love, and
it's inspiring. It's motivating to see. Man.
That's what I hope people understand. That I rather tell these people these things. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I made $100 million off this. You know, I'm not. I don't want to go do all that. But I'm like, yo, if you do what you love, you can get the things you love. You know,
right?
So here I am.
Right. Instead of doing it the other way around, or working backwards to where I'm working for things. You're working because you love it, and then that's how these things are being attained. Yeah. Which
I try to stay in my lane. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm on the internet. What can I do? Like, I could create videos, and then it's funny because through the pandemic, I learned about cars, which I was buying and selling and flipping cars.
Dope. Based
off me driving them, and then people wanted to buy them, like, which was crazy. I was just flipping them, and I was getting them from out of state, bringing them to LA. And then all of a sudden, everybody was lowriding, which is crazy. And then for some reason, these cars, they just blew up.
Yeah.
There was no new cars coming. People wanted classics just to get out during COVID. And, yeah, I was able to enjoy them, which now I want to create a show out of the whole thing. So
you're opening your own dealership now?
No. I felt like I had a dealership at the house. Dude, I got a whole new driveway, and my wife hated me because now there was oil marks. From the beginning of my driveway to the end. Yeah. You just see leaks of just oil.
And you moved out to a new spot recently too, right?
So I'm in Hawthorne right now, but I'm hoping to get another crib recently. You know, I'm in the process of it. So
congrats, man.
Gotta keep pushing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next section of the program is sponsored by Verizon. Verizon has partnered up with Oi Health to offer discounts and savings on telehealth services en tu idioma for customers and their families. And as you guys know, health, not just physical health, but mental health is very important. So for this next question, I want to highlight mental health in nuestra comunidad. Jay, how would you say that you take care of your mental health?
Hang out and I like to be around friends, man. And I always tell people to just be vocal about what you're feeling. Like sometimes I know a lot of people, like the way we grew up was kind of like, well, don't tell the world, no le digas a nadie, you know, like, but like me, I just like to, I feel like when I talk about certain things, it allows me to just like spit out everything out of my brain.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm able to talk about it, and then like, it kind of tells me like, is that good, bad, does that suck? and then just spending time with my family. This is another thing. Like, I take my son to baseball practice, my daughter to soccer practice. I coach both teams.
Wow.
Yeah, I coach the teams, and I just try to stay busy of all aspects, you know. But like sometimes it's hard too because like I still gotta work, which you know I gotta create videos, and then sometimes I get comfortable as far as like I just want to kick it, you know. I just want to kick it, you know. So it's just I think I could do better of my own mental health, but like I think because I create joy and I make people laugh, I make my own self laugh.
Yeah.
I think it's my own medicine of just like I could keep going. But working out, dude, Mando, I had lost like I was at 232 and I got down to 185, bro.
Wow.
I was ripped. Look, I'm not even gonna lie.
I think I remember you posting something.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Hold on, we gotta clear this. Anyway, I had a 6-pack, bro.
Wow.
Just based on what I was eating.
Jay has a picture of himself
Because I'm trying to
a
get
screensaver.
I'm trying to get back to that, bro. I'm trying to get back to that.
Shirtless.
Yeah, shirtless, bro. I'm trying to get back to that. So that was another thing where like I figured out I got to work out every day, bro.
Yeah.
Because it just allows me to just, you know, whatever toxins or whatever you got to get out of your body, just work out. And we get so comfortable of just like waking up, eating, chilling. But I just said like, yo, I hate working out. I think I saw Mike Tyson say something like, in order to get through, like, to like succeed in life, sometimes you got to do stuff you hate. But the stuff you hate, you got to learn how to become to love them. And then you'll really become successful. So like, I'm like, yo, I hate working out, but I got to learn how to love it. You know?
Yeah.
And then obviously I'll be happy with myself. Dude, I was walking around everywhere without a shirt. Now I'm like, no me miren. Yeah. No me miren. You know, like yeah. I wear jackets or a hoodie. And I'm like, dude, I could have gone anywhere shirtless, bro. But I'm gonna get back to it.
How long ago was that? Not that long ago, right?
What are we? I want to say 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I was there, bro. And I just started eating pupusas, tacos. I love food. That's my problem.
What were you doing? Like,
I was doing carnivore. I just did carnivore. I was literally just eating protein. Just protein.
It's like kind of like paleo?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just doing protein shakes. And then it was like they call it a lean fat. So like in the morning I was drinking protein shakes. And then for lunch I was doing like lean, like egg whites, turkey, tuna. And then for my dinner, I was doing like fatty stuff like steaks, chicken wings, cheese. You know, like I was doing like just fatty stuff, but it's just still protein.
Yeah.
But I just didn't do no veggies. I didn't do no sugar. Then I used to fast, which right now I'm fasting. So I'll take the whole day, just water, bro. Water, which it kind of helped my mental state because it's like.
I've heard that. Why? Why? What does it do to you? For you?
It kind of strengths. Because, like, normally, like, when you're on sugar, you'll be like, I'm going to go get a Snicker. I'm going to go get a cupcake. And so when you fast, like, I just know I can't do none of that. So, like, for some reason, like, I feel like your body doesn't crave certain things. So you kind of kill the cravings. So, and then obviously drinking water all day is just kind of like hydrating you.
Cleansing you
cleansing
too, yeah.
you. So, like, I have a friend who does 5 days every month. Like, just water.
Like back to back? 5 days?
5 days. Yeah, and it's just cleansing his body, which is crazy. But it's like, it's also big mental. Like, you got to be mentally strong. Because imagine every day, right now, you could be like, oh, let's go get something to eat. Damn, I can't, bro. And it's just to say that, it's like, oh, I can't. It's a mental strength. Like, I can't do it. You know? So
when you were ripped like that,
I wasn't even working out.
You weren't working out?
No, it was just food. Just the food that I was intaking. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I think it was 6 months. I got down from 232 to 185. It was like 50-something pounds.
That's crazy,
and
dude.
Just water. Like every Tuesday I just fast. Today's Wednesday, but I was like, I want to try it. Because it's a big mental thing. Like,
So you'll fast today, like for the full day, or do you
it's
eat
36 hours?
36 hours?
Technically, you're supposed to stop eating at 8, and then you won't eat the following day till the following day whenever you wake up. So it could be 8, 9 a.m. Yeah. It could be 36 hours. But you start feeling like your skin gets tighter. You know, like right now I feel like I'm chubs. But
when did you start?
Well, I started Sunday. What's today? Tuesday?
Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday. I started Sunday. I said I got to get back on it. I got to get back on it. But then it's just, I feel like after you lose the weight, it's just kind of like controlling it. But, you know, we like...
a little
we
pizza
like
here and there.
a slice of pizza, you know.
Did you have cheat days when you were in
No, I didn't. I was just going.
Just Monday through Sunday, it was
just going.
Man.
And I lost so much weight. Like even I remember one time I was at a club, right? I'm standing there and I'm like, I'm in Miami. And this chick comes up to me. She's like, yo, she's like, stand up straight. And I was like, stand up straight? What do you mean? She's like, get your shoulders back. And she literally got my shoulders, pushed them back. She was like, stand like that. She goes, that's a sexy man who has his head up high, shoulders back. She goes, I don't want to see a good-looking man who's like this. But I think a lot of it is just posture, you know? But she was like a massage therapist, so she like pushed my shoulders back, and I was like, oh, what? She's like, stand up straight. I was like, okay, yes. You know, but it was kind of dope that she told me that, but it's just like, I think a lot of it is just from weight gain, being on our phone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy how like the body works, you know?
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
At a club, someone was fixing your posture,
my
bro?
My posture, bro. She fixed my posture. She fixed my posture at a club, which is crazy. But yeah.
That's funny, man. Are you sure she wasn't a bottle service girl or something?
I mean, even if she was hot. But I said yes to everything. I said, yeah, tell me what else you want me to do?
So what would you say for 2022 now? Like what are you looking forward to?
I think my biggest thing is like, how do I inspire others, give back as far as like, I'd love to do a school tour. I'm falling more into like the hosting world, which is like, yo, what's up? It's your boy Jay Mendoza. We're out here, you know, doing the whole En Mi Barrio thing, the NBC thing, which I never thought I was like gonna be hosting.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay. And they're like, Jay, we just want you to be you. It's okay, you're gonna pay me to be me, all right? You know, like it's just crazy to hear that. But about to have another kid.
Yeah.
Baby number 3, so I don't know if it's a boy or girl. So come January, we'll find out when my wife goes, you know, and it's out. We're going to know what it is. So got to be a dad again. And yeah, man, I'm just kind of being open-minded. Nice. I would love to act. Mr. Cartoons told me 4 or 5 times, get acting classes. I know he has something up his sleeve, and he doesn't want to tell me, but I'm just... get acting classes. So, something I'm working on. I never saw myself as an actor, but I guess, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to just keep going and be able to grow.
Yeah. So you're hosting now?
Yeah.
All right, Jason Derulo.
A TikToker.
You're going for my job now, bro?
No, I don't want you. I want to host together.
I like it.
We want to be on, what is it, the ball drop?
Yes.
We could be at the ball drop, bro.
I'm into
live
it.
on NBC. Here we are, Mando Fresco and Jay Mendoza.
Man.
And here's the countdown. 3, 2. There you go.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know what? It's something that has happened a lot here on the show is a lot of like speaking it into existence. Yeah. That's happened a lot on this show. Like
dope.
Actors that have been on, they're like, oh, I want to be in a feature. You know, I'm going to be in a feature. Like, we had, you know, artists that are like, yo, I want to meet so-and-so, I want to collab with so-and-so. And it's happened. It's happened within sometimes like days.
Hey, man, where are we?
Where are we, bro? So go ahead. Now is the moment. What do you want to do, bro?
Want to be a stripper. No, I'm just kidding. I know people tell me like, yo, it's kind of like, it's not great when you're like around like executives or like producers or like you telling them like, I don't really know, you know, but like, I guess I know what I want to do, but at the same time, I'm always open because I feel like there's so many things that come with the digital world. Like, oh, I'll tell you one thing I do want to do. I said I want to do a whole lowrider show where I basically take people on a cruise in a car, right? And a lot of these athletes or celebrities or whoever goes, it's kind of like a Jay and whoever the other person is.
Yeah.
They've never been on a lowrider. They've never hit the switch. You know what I'm saying?
I've never hit a switch.
There you go. So I did this video with my mom where she hits the switch, and she freaks out. She's just laughing in joy. Junior, she's going off, bro.
Have you posted this?
Yeah.
Oh, I got
it. It has like 300,000 views, bro. And it's just literally my mom just hitting the switch. And I was like, all right, I got to do a video. I mean, I got to create like a whole series of like, if I get to take like, I don't know, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
He's huge in the lowrider right now. LeBron James, take him in a lowrider. Like, and I know a lot of these companies want to, say, oh, we want to do more diversity. Well, there you go.
Yep.
He goes, this Chicano thing that just will always live, low riding, and now you take somebody else, different heritage or whatever it is, into this car. Let's go low riding.
How did you get to work with or like collaborate or just know Mr. Cartoon? Because Cartoon, when I think of lowriders, like Cartoon is a legend in that field.
He's the legend of it. Yeah. How did I meet Cartoon? I hit him up once. Well, it's funny. The guy who introduced me into lowriding, his family builds cars. His name's Gabby Chacon. It's the Chacon family. They actually built some of Toon's cars. So we had, I know when I met him. I had gone to a cruise for when Kobe passed away.
Oh, wow.
So Cartoon was like, yo, I want to go lowriding around Staples Center. So he invited a bunch of people to go lowriding. And that was the first day I met Cartoon. And then I did this whole thing where like during the pandemic, I was trying to like interview other people and just get to know them better and just go live, you know, because I know there was a lot of live stuff going on during the whole COVID thing. And then I did that with him. And then recently he just did a big old wall on Jefferson and La Brea.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So he was like, yo, just come out for that. I was like, I came out for that. So I kind of just been, it's kind of crazy, man. I call him and he just gives you all this wisdom, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, Jay, what do you think about this? And I'm like, yo, you should do this. Or like, he told me about like when he started tattooing.
Yeah.
How people hated him because tattoos were like $200. And he was like, nah, I'm not tattooing for $200. I'm tattooing for 10, 20 racks. And he was, because he figured out how to value himself. And was he the best artist at that time? I mean, I don't know, but like, that's what he thought he was valued at. Yeah. So he said people used to hate on him were like, they're like, oh, dude, who do you think you are? And now, you got all these artists charging, thousands based on their art, which Cartoon was one of the first dudes who ever did it. Where he told me he had like a studio, he'd buy them food. They made him feel like, just like, damn, where am I? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they made him feel good. And then, people, they were paying just because of the value that he said that he knew he was worth, Yeah. He had Kobe, Eminem, 50. Like, imagine, like, bro.
Yeah, he had everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, Beyonce in his studio.
Man, bro. Cartoon had everybody. So to hear all his stories is very motivating. And I think that's one person that I'm blessed to be able to call.
Yeah.
He did the artwork for the Clippers, all the tattoos that he's done, and he's still relevant. He's in his 50s, bro. He's drawing top cards for baseball players. He's drawing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. So for me, that's like a huge inspiration for me.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I first connected with him, he was doing something, I think, with Kobe or for Kobe. And it was. He also designed this like paletero car and it was like Kobe'd out, like Mamba.
He had an ice cream truck too, right?
Yeah.
Did like a whole ice cream truck. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember asking him, I think we did a quick interview like there at the event. And he's just himself, man.
Yeah.
Like he keeps it 100.
Yeah.
100 every single time. It's not like he puts this like, all right, now I'm corporate Mr. Cartoon. He's Mr. Cartoon, Mr. Cartoon all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what I love
And
about
that for
him,
me
man.
is everything. Like, to know that I could go to somebody, or just know that, like, as long as you're yourself, can't nobody tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just be yourself. Like, even me right now, I don't like wearing a suit. I'm never going to wear a suit. I don't own a suit.
Yeah.
I'm going to show up in joggers and a shirt and some fresh kicks. That's it.
Yep.
That's me. That's who I am, you know?
Now, this section of the program is sponsored by Verizon 5G. It's 5G built right from the network more people rely on. 5G ultra wideband is available in parts of select cities, and 5G nationwide is available in 2,700 plus cities. Speaking of 5G, I want to talk a little bit about tech. What role would you say tech plays in your daily life?
It's funny because I tell people, like, I know growing up, I always wanted to be cool. But my brother always taught me being cool. He goes, you got to be a geek. I'm like, what do you mean be a geek? He goes, always do research. Learn about your new phones. Learn about, like, anything tech that comes out, learn it.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be kind of the same. It's just going to be, you know, something like, even like this mic, like, they'll come out with a new mic, but it's slightly changed. But because you know it, you'll know the next one.
Right.
So he always told me, let's just educate yourself. Learn. So, like, I was like I consider myself a geek. So, like, I even tell my son, just be a geek. The geeks get the money, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's who knows, you know? Like, and once you get the money, the girls like you. So the guys that were cool, nobody cares about them anymore because they were in and they're out. The geeks, bro, they got careers, they got knowledge, you know, they creating shit. Like, so for me, I'm
a self-proclaimed cool nerd.
Yeah, I like being a geek, bro. Did you, you know how, like, Best Buy, remember Best Buy, they used to have the Geek Squad?
Yep.
I was like, yo, I wish I worked there. I was a Geek Squad, you know? So,
Yeah.
I
That's dope,
I just tell people I'm a geek. So
what would you say is like upcoming projects for you, or upcoming for your family? Because your fam's in it too, man.
Trying to get a new house. So I'm hoping that I could rent out my property now and go get another one. I want more lowriders. So I want to have, like, a whole compound. That's my dream. But En Mi Barrio with the Rams right now is pretty dope. We're on episode 3. First one was P-Rod.
Dope.
Second one was Legend Forever. Third one was Gustavo. His name, he goes by GZ Jr., who does all the murals around LA.
Yep.
And the next one, you're saying Becky G. So
Nice.
we're gonna see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you? Is this out already? Or?
Yeah. The Rams. It's for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah, they've been.
How many
doing
episodes are you guys doing?
4.
Nice.
4, and then I guess they're gonna during the off season they want to do another 4. So we just got extended.
Nice.
Yeah, we got that contract extension.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's dope, man.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and then just creating every day, bro. There's never. I feel like I forgot who once told me this, but they're like, ideas are like license plates. There's millions of license plates, bro. So gotta keep creating, bro.
I thought aluminum. No.
Well,
Ideas that aren't aluminum. I thought that's where you were going.
No,
with
they just said there's a gang of license plates out here. So, like, that license plate's an idea. So just keep going.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
That's
So
real, man.
until I got cane and a oxygen tank, I'm gonna keep going.
Man,
Yeah.
I love the hustle, and I love that you are all about your fam.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have you've cracked the code, man.
I hope I've cracked it. I mean, but I tell people, just keep learning. I'm never too good enough. Look at you, man. Like, I don't know what any of this stuff does, bro. I just know it works. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I might have to take some tips from you. You know?
Anytime, man.
So,
Anytime.
like, for me, it's like, yo, just keep learning, educate yourself, and sometimes it ain't just from the book. Like, I hate reading books. I don't know when's the last time I read a book, but I'll take little pieces of knowledge from different people.
So I hate reading.
Mm-hmm.
Audiobooks.
There you go.
That's my new
See?
wave.
Okay.
Audiobooks, dude. Whenever I find, like, a book that they're like, oh, you should read this, or
Yeah.
you should, I'm like, all right, boom, 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 but perfect audiobook.
Audiobook. So do you listen to it while you drive, or when do you?
Listen to it like if I'm working, listen to it while I'm driving. Eventually, like, you know, the commutes in LA are like an hour.
Yeah.
So a book can range from like, depending on how big the book is, but it could 4 to 5 hours, let's say.
Okay.
I mean, you're
So that's
done
like
with you're done within a week.
4 trips. Yeah. Okay.
Like, oh, have you read so and so book? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I heard it.
That's a pro tip.
Yeah. Okay.
Audiobooks, man.
I read it. Yeah. I read it.
Yeah, I read it. I've read it.
I read it. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
All right, man. Now, before I let you go,
Uh-huh.
we have rapid fire with Jay Mendoza.
Okay.
All right.
I don't got no bars, bro. I'm not a rapper.
Now I'm not gonna have you flow, bro. We're just
I'm
gonna.
not a rapper.
We're gonna ask you quick questions, and then you
Bing,
just
boom,
answer
bop.
them as fast as you can.
Okay.
Favorite song to dance to?
Oh, damn. It would be reggaeton, dude. Anything reggaeton? You already
Your
know.
favorite reggaeton song, or a reggaeton song right now that's popping?
What is that? What is that? Pepas by
Pepas by Farruko.
Farruko. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Have you heard the church version?
No.
They got a church version, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, they got a church version. They got a church version, so it's pretty funny.
I gotta hear that. Favorite Spanish word?
Tacos, because it makes me hungry, bro. I can't.
Probably not the best word to say right now while you're fasting, but
I know. I'm thinking about tomorrow, bro. Unos tacos.
corridos or mariachi?
Corridos.
Corridos tumbados or mariachi?
I like corridos tumbados. It kind of grew on me.
Yeah, they grew on me too.
What about Soy la 69?
Soy la 69.
You know?
Que
you heard that?
salió de Riverside.
There you go. See?
Yo, shout out to Jenny 69,
Hey,
man.
People hating on her, but hey, man, she's trying. She's doing it.
What do you think about that song?
We all got to start somewhere. Like, I feel like, yo, my first video, I look back, it sucked.
Yeah.
You know, so I think if she really, the approach that she wants to really take is as an artist, what she calls herself, the buchi, what's the word? Starts with a B. Bucheada, but I forget what the word is, but it's like a
Buchona?
buchona.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like
I don't even know what that means.
So buchona is like I want to say it's like a paisa girl, right?
Okay.
Who's into like corridos and all like that lifestyle.
Okay.
Which, you know, I know she just got a truck.
Yeah.
Mamalona, you know what I'm saying?
Mamalona, yeah.
But like, if that's what she really wants to do, like, yo, her first hit is a hit.
It's a hit.
Is it for the hate? I don't know. Probably, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, bro, she's getting a check. She's doing what she loves. So I can't even be mad at her. Yo, I'm sure the second one's going to be better than the first one.
Right.
But you can't lie. It was catchy.
Catchy as hell. I mean, we're
Yeah.
singing it right now.
Yeah, Sola 69. So
Que
she
salió de
did a great
Riverside.
job.
Biggest celebrity crush growing up?
I would say Nia Long.
Nia Long.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah. Nia Long. I saw her in person, and then her mom was a substitute teacher at Hamilton High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and her mom looked like her, which was crazy. But she was like tattooed. She was like a Buddhist type woman. She had dreadlocks. But she was fine too, and she was like in her 50s. I was like, damn, she's fine, bro. Yeah.
Shout out Nia Long.
Yeah.
Favorite Spanish show of all time?
Sábado Gigante.
Sábado Gigante. Shout out to Don Francisco.
Don Francisco, bro. Like, yo, that dude lived forever. I met him in Miami, and it was crazy to see him. He looks the same. I think he has the same suit on too. You know, like, yo, that dude had a forever career. Like,
I don't think he gets the credit he deserves.
Man.
Like, he had the longest running TV show of all time.
Yeah.
Like, Johnny Carson gets credit for that, like, because it was American television. But Don Francisco did it for longer, dude.
Longer, bro. He's the GOAT. Yeah.
Favorite Latino food dish? And I'm sorry to have to ask you this right now.
Since I already said tacos, I'd say tacos and pupusas, bro. I'm half and half. So, like, if it's not, like, yo, you got to have both, bro. But, like, yeah, pupusas, tacos. I like a good torta, bro.
Ahogada or...
Dude, hogada? No, I don't really like hogada. I remember the first time I tried hogada, I got chorro, bro. Never again. Never again. I was in Texas. They said torta ahogada. I was like, what the hell is a torta ahogada? Oh, bro, you're going to love it. Oh, yeah. My ass didn't love it, bro. Bro, it was. But yeah, I would say regular torta.
Favorite song to play at a Latino party?
Suavemente. I mean, that's just, it gets anybody, bro. Like, it's just the automatic.
It's a classic.
Yeah. Hey, I actually met him, and to meet him was kind of cool, bro.
You met Elvis Crespo?
Yeah.
How was that?
I didn't know what to say to him. I just shook his hand. I was like, "How was Elvis Crespo?"
Gracias por.
I didn't even know what to say to him. I was like, "Dude, this is crazy." Elvis Crespo, like, yo.
Gracias por crear suavemente.
Suavemente, gracias. Yeah. He had long hair. Could tell you.
He still has the long do?
Yeah, the long do.
He's a legend, bro.
Yeah.
Best singer of all time?
Singer or artist? Or just singing? Singing in general? Of all time? Los Bookies, bro. I think those Bookies are
Marco Antonio Solis is your go-to.
I mean, that's what I listened to like every day of my life. My mom cleaning. Los Bookies or Los Temerarios, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, legends. Selena, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just stuff that I just had to listen to.
I love how you incorporate like how you grew up into like all your skit. Does your mom call you Junior?
Junior, yeah.
Junior!
Yeah, everything was Junior. Dude, I used to be missing. So this is when we didn't have cell phones, you know, they couldn't just call you. I'd be like, I don't know, 3-4 blocks away. I was always in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But I could hear my mom from 2 blocks away screaming my name. It was like, this was probably like the lights already came on, street lights.
Yep.
And usually I got to go home. But this time I was like, I'm staying out. And I could hear, Junior! I was like, fuck. Junior! And I could hear it from far, bro. And I used to just run around, bro. So by the time she got back, I was in my bed. I was like, I pretend like I was sleeping this whole time.
It's like, aquí estaba.
Yeah, aquí estaba, ¿no? Yo te andaba buscando por allá. Yo te vi, Junior. Me dijeron que te acabas de ir. I was like, oh. You know, they would just snitch on me. But it was cool, man. My mom calls me Junior.
How accurate, like what's the percentage, would you say, of the skits that you do representing
My mom says she was never like that. But it was pretty much BS because I feel like she always screamed at me, bro. And if I wasn't getting screamed at, it was like she was hitting me. Like, bro, what did I do?
Yeah.
But half the time I was getting in trouble for my brothers. And they would blame it on me, and then I was getting the beat down. Like, bro, what the hell? What did I do?
Yeah.
But it's pretty accurate. I would say sometimes I overdo it, like when I put the oranges on my chest. I just try to exaggerate it, but I mean, it's pretty much her. Now she's like, nah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
My mom would my mom's the sweetest lady, but when we were growing up, it was a different story. Like she, lo que agarraba nos tiraba, right? Like whatever she found, like she would just throw at us or whatever. And it wasn't just a chancla, I'll tell you that. And I would be like, recently I was like, hey mom, that's messed up, man. You would like toss random things at us.
Yeah.
And which is true. And then she'd be like, ay no, yo nunca hice eso.
Yeah,
no. Right. And I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah. You remember, mom.
Now with my kids, like, no le pegues.
All of a sudden.
Like, what? No, Junior, es que le tienes que decir así. Like, le tienes que decir. You never even said words to me. You just, boom. All I said was, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, it's like they erased 30 years out of their life.
Right?
Yeah.
Lastly, speaking of Junior, what's a nickname that no one really knows about?
They used to call me Pizza Boy.
Pizza Boy?
Yeah. Because I used to have, like, acne, bro. So, like, when I was playing football, this was, like, my junior year.
Yeah.
I had a lot of acne, bro. So, they used to call me Pizza Boy. And they'd be like, hey, pizza slice or a pizza boy. I'm like, oh, fuck. But, yeah, that's what they used to call me, which I didn't like. I don't mind it. I still have some friends that still call me that, but.
Pizza Boy.
Yeah, Pizza Boy.
Well.
And I love pizza, bro. Yeah.
Pizza Boy.
Come on, man. Don't call me that.
I appreciate you coming, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me, man.
It's all love, and I wish you much love and success.
I'm hungry right now, but I'm mad at you had to tell me.
Let's go get some tacos.
Nah, I'm good. I got to drink water. I got to lose this weight, man.
Thank you again to Jay Mendoza, and thank you for watching Mando and Friends presented by Verizon.